My dad was just of that generation where it's just like he was Clint Eastwood and less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
In the vast, often unforgiving, and ever-evolving landscape of Hollywood, where careers can be launched into the stratosphere or dashed upon the rocks of public opinion, the Deadpool franchise, with its unique blend of self-aware humor, fourth wall-breaking antics, and the undeniable charisma of Ryan Reynolds in the title role, had become a certified juggernaut, a guaranteed box office success. Yet even in this seemingly bulletproof environment, a controversy began to unfold, one that centered on the actions of Blake Lively, a highly respected and prominent actress, and the potential impact that her choices and the ensuing fallout could have on the future of the beloved franchise. The question on everyone's mind: how could the choices, actions, and evolving public perceptions surrounding a star's spouse lead to the departure of the very actor who had brought Deadpool to life, redefining the superhero genre in the process? Prepare to delve into a complex and multi-layered narrative, a story where celebrity, the forces of public opinion, the often opaque machinations of the entertainment industry, and the precarious balance between personal and professional lives all converge to create a dramatic turning point in the story of this much-loved character. Before we go further, please be sure to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications, and give us a like. Also, we love to hear from you, so if you have any thoughts on the subject, make sure to drop them in the comments.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. This is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh, really? Because I just have one on my list. I didn't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like,
Tell me, and he's
think
guessing.
of someone, think of someone.
Right.
Bob Newhart, I don't know.
The initial signs of trouble, the first indications that things were not proceeding as smoothly as they might have appeared from the outside looking in, did not originate from the carefully controlled environment of a Marvel film set, a place renowned for its meticulously planned productions, its tightly managed narratives, and its unwavering commitment to protecting its intellectual property. Instead, the genesis of the brewing storm, the first whispers of discontent, began to surface around a separate film project, a standalone production that Blake Lively had, at one point, embraced with apparent enthusiasm, a role that she had accepted with genuine excitement. The director of this particular film, an individual known for their ability to craft emotionally resonant stories, had been granted substantial creative control over the production, serving not only as a co-writer, but also a producer, and even taking on a prominent role in the film's cast, giving them a very strong position. This multifaceted involvement provided the director with significant influence over nearly every facet of the production, including and, perhaps most crucially, the film's intended overall creative direction, a key factor that would ultimately become a major source of conflict. This film project, in essence, was meant to represent a major opportunity for Lively, a chance to further expand her already impressive and diverse portfolio of work, and to solidify her position as a leading actress in the industry. Let us pause here to ask, what do you guys think about this? Drop your reactions in the comments below. It wasn't long before reports started circulating, describing a growing sense of tension between Blake Lively and the director of the film. These disagreements, which had been described by sources close to the project, centered around a variety of key areas. These included proposed revisions and alterations to the script, the plans for marketing and promoting the film in the run-up to its release, and perhaps most significantly, the ultimate and intended creative direction of the movie. Sources close to the production began to describe Lively's increasing dissatisfaction as she expressed the feeling that the film was evolving in a direction that did not fully align with her own artistic vision. The film and the actors were moving in different directions. This, in turn, created a disconnect which was a great source of conflict. These disagreements, as it would turn out, went far beyond simple creative disagreements. They represented, in essence, a fundamental clash of artistic principles and differing perspectives on the very essence and the intended outcome of the project.
but I was like just tracking him down, and then finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director. Yeah. And so I said, you know, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, is today a comedy or is it a thriller? And it's like, yeah, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and like, you know, kind of like my outfit, I guess.
Then, and this would soon prove to be the turning point, the drama escalated with the appearance of leaked text messages. These communications, allegedly from Blake Lively herself, would soon become a focal point in the unfolding saga, providing a new piece of evidence and a crucial piece of the puzzle. The text messages and the interpretation of their contents would become a key point. These messages seem to place the blame for the developing issues and disagreements squarely on the shoulders of the film's director, alleging certain actions and behaviors on his part that, understandably, became a source of much debate and dispute.
So it's a bit of a tough adjustment in our house, but it's good. I mean, I have 2 other daughters, so my oldest is very into the baby, but my middle child, not so much. But we're thinking of keeping her.
Does she like play with her? What does she think?
Well, she sort of like pretends to play with her. So like in the beginning, our oldest is like loving on her, and she's like very maternal, and then our middle daughter is just keeps away from her.
Some of the leaked text messages also contain strong implications that the director had been actively working to manipulate various media outlets. This campaign was allegedly designed to misrepresent Blake's actions. The goal was to present them in a negative light and to damage Lively's reputation and any further opportunities. This allegation of manipulation created a very public divide. The situation, as it continued to unfold, led to comparisons, and very quickly, to the Amber Heard case. The Heard case was very public and very controversial. The Heard case in many ways set the stage for this drama. It led to a shift in public sentiment.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she's a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious for her.
As the situation grew, the focus inevitably turned to Ryan Reynolds and the potential implications for his future in the role of Deadpool. It's Hollywood, and the perceptions of the public and the media all matter. So the level of anticipation surrounding Reynolds' performance meant that every action was examined. Marvel was very careful about how they projected their image, and they expressed concern. Rumors began to circulate that executives were increasingly worried that the developing controversy could hurt the Deadpool brand and the public's view.
The idea that people think that they know you, I think because of the how intrusive media is these days, there's people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
A clear sign of trouble, and it was a very powerful one, came when Ryan Reynolds significantly reduced his involvement in promoting the film. This action, more than any other, drew a great deal of attention. The defining moment, of course, was the announcement itself. Reynolds was out, and that was the end. This decision, while described with the usual language of creative differences, spoke volumes. So what are your reactions? For now, that's all we've got for this video. We hope you enjoyed it and took something away from this. Please let us know what your reactions were. If you loved this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.